Hello, Sarah Loving here, and I'm going to do a simple sort of, it's easy being green kind of casual day eye. I am going to be doing a powder base, so I like to do all of my cream underneath so that I'm not having to mix my textures afterwards. So I'm going to get right into the eyes. My Maybelline Color Tattoo Bad to the Bronze. I'm just going to use that on my finger. So I'm just taking that over the mobile lid, and then a little bit of it is coming up into the crease, and then I just want it to kind of fade away once it reaches my brow bone. I like to keep this area really clear of makeup just so that I get a nice kind of elongation of the eye, and I find that if it comes up too high in here, it kind of closes the eyes in together. I'm also going to take just a little bit of that on the same finger under the eye. Next, I'm going to put some green eyeliner just on the waterline and the tight line, which is pretty trendy for this year, I guess, season, whatever. And I'm going to be using the Bourjois Contour Clubbing Waterproof. This isn't necessarily a great green pencil. It's just the softest, most intense one I have. I don't find it stays put that great. So I'm going to look up and put that on the waterline. I do want to rub it into the lashes, those lower lashes a little bit, but I don't want it to come down onto that lower lid at all. That way it'll just kind of accentuate the line of my lower lashes without it looking really heavy. If I do find that it comes down underneath, I'll just take a Q-tip and kind of remove anything that came under that lash line. And now the tight line, the upper water line, which is probably the most uncomfortable thing to do in makeup. But it makes such a difference. So again, really working that into those upper lashes and of course onto the skin as well. As my eye's watering, I'll go ahead and do the other. I like to set my waterline with powder just so that it stays a little bit longer, and I think it also kind of gets a nice little bit of metallic texture to it. I'm going to be using Humid from MAC to do that, which is very, very similar in color to the eyeliner that I used. So I just pull down and just tap on top of, so I'm getting all of the product. And then I just kind of wipe a little bit, and I don't know, maybe it's just in my own mind, but I feel like that activates the metallic properties. Ooh, fancy. Going to do that to the upper as well. So, sure, let's do mascara. I will take my Shimmer Lash Curler, give the lashes a nice bend. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Falsies Volume Express Black Drama for my top lashes. I actually really like this mascara. One nice coat of that. Alright, so lately for concealer, I've been liking my Bobbi Brown in Bisque. This is the corrector, mixed in with my Dream Lumi Radiant from Maybelline. So I just kind of take some of that, put it on the back of my hand, and pick up some of my corrector, mix it in with some of the highlighter or whatever it's called, and then go in. I find that it saves me the steps of the layering and just like the effect that it gives. So I'm going right underneath where I put that add to the bronze shadow. Taking it nice and tight to the inside corner, but not bringing it up too high on that outside corner so I still get some of that product showing through. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that through the brow bone. And you can see once I do that, how it kind of, now there's shape to that eyeshadow that was there before. Because there was so much inconsistency in color from my lid, it was competing with that bronze shadow, and that wasn't doing any shaping. But now it is. So we'll just make sure that stays nice and soft. Right, and my last cream product before I start putting my foundation on is my cream blush. I'm going to use a Cheek Stain from Tarte. This one is called Flush. It's just in a wee little sample size because I'm so picky. I like to do everything sample size first, and then I can decide if I actually want to spend the money. This one I would spend the money on. It's good stuff. So I like to put my cream blush on before foundation sometimes because I don't have to worry about being really precise, and it kind of gives you that like glowing from within look, right? And people get so scared by cream blush and they're like, oh, what if it goes everywhere and I can't control it? Well, then put it on under your foundation. And anything that's gone too strong in some areas, you can tone down with concealer or foundation afterwards. But it's just such a nice youthful product, and it stays so well, especially this one being a stain. And now I'm going to do my foundation, and the foundation I'm using today is the Glo Minerals Pressed Base. This color is Natural Light. It's a pretty good match for my winter skin. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, this is a Stila No. 6 brush, to set my under eye. Just going to make sure that that's not, I'm going to use my Beauty Blender just to make sure there isn't any creases going on there. And then pick up some of that foundation and just press it all the way across and then buff that powder in. Just to set that under eye concealer. Same thing through the top. And now I'll use my multitask brush on the rest of the face. Right over that cream blush. And I'm just using kind of circular motions to buff that into the skin and into the hairline. Now, this is a pretty light coverage when you use it with a brush, which is what I want anyways. I don't want to look too heavily made up. But if there are certain areas where you want a little bit more coverage, then if you take your Beauty Blender, only if it's like just barely damp, and pick up the powder there, and then press it on, you'll get more coverage that way. So I'm going to do that just around my nose and on my chin. And then I just like to take a nice fluffy brush and go over the whole face. This is a Hakuhodo brush, which I save this one for face powders because it feels so nice. And just kind of remove any excess that might have gathered in certain areas. I'm going to do my lower mascara now, and I'm going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I really like this because I feel like it acts like a buffer between my upper mascara, which often creases and falls down. It's almost like it's a little protective layer, but it's not waterproof, so it's easy to get off at the end of the night, which is also a bonus. And it's got this little bitty baby wand. There we are. All right, I'm going to do my brows next. And for brows, I'm kind of in this like really natural brow phase right now. And I especially don't like when I've got, you know, like eyeliner going on the eyes to have a really hard brow. So I'm just going to remove the foundation that would have gotten in there with a sponge. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara and just run a little bit of that through the brow, and then take a clean spoolie and brush my brows to the shape that I want them. All right, now I'm just going to take a little bit of, I guess this is a bronzer highlighter. This is Golden Mosaic or Mosaic by Laura Mercier. It's a shimmer block. There's a million of these shimmer blocks out there. Bobbi Brown makes some beautiful ones. There's lots of drugstore alternatives. I got this one, sample size, of course, and I'll probably repurchase because I really like it. So I'm going to take that down the back of my cheek and then kind of blend it up and a little bit through the center and into the hairline. Same thing under the jaw. I like to put a little just in the hollow of my chin, sides of my nose, and then a nice blend. And you can see just the difference in definition and shape from this side to this side now, right? Now the reason why I really like this shimmer brick is because I like to go in and do my highlighting with just using this one as well. So I mix them all together for my whole face, and now I'm just going to take a small brush. This is a Cosette S150 brush, and just pick up the light color here. And then take that just on the top of the cheekbone, a little bit through the brow bone, and then down the center of my nose. Also going to take a little bit on the bow of the lip, and then a teeny tiny bit on this inside corner. All right, now all that's left is my lips, and I want more of my own natural lip color to show through. And instead of using a lip liner, I'm just gonna take a Q-tip, get some saliva on it. Gross, I know, but it's my own saliva on me. I wouldn't do this on a client, obviously. And just remove all the foundation and concealer and everything that got on there. Also helps exfoliate your lips. And then I'm just going to take this little gloss that I have. It's a Lorac Couture Shine in Lavish. I love the Lorac glosses. I think that they last so long and they're not sticky. This one's just kind of a peachy sheer color. It's like your lips but better color. Or my lips but better. I don't know what color your lips are. All right, so that's it. Finished makeup. I hope that you guys are doing great and come back again for something new. Thanks.